got you in 4K as well.
Well, the birds are out.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some wildlife this morning for sure.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Mosquitoes.
Like some fucking coyotes coming up.
Oh, there will be for sure.
Do you ever see coyotes over here?
Oh yeah, like there's like a den like right here.
Really?
Yeah.
Just come up to kill us.
Yeah,
fuck
they're
with
just
her,
like,
her
hey.
cubs or,
Usually they come up when they're like grooming the tracks, and it's so cute. They like smell like the fresh dirt and like try and like grab mice and stuff. But
yeah.
I haven't seen some for a bit, but they usually like sunbathe when the track's closed on like the jumps and stuff.
Yeah. What was I going to say? It was funny because I was thinking about me being on my period today, and I was like wondering, for women, because I remember hearing women talk about it being in the Olympics, right? Racing, running, swimming, and how it totally impacts their game. Does it do that for you?
For sure, yeah. And I think that's something that like more people are like talking about now. Like it definitely didn't exist when I was younger to like even discuss, because there wasn't really that many other like women in the sport or like that you would even like talk about that with.
Right.
But you're seeing it a lot more, especially in like the cycling space. Like a lot of more females are like opening up about it, and like that like performance issues and all that type of stuff. So yeah, it's been
what can you do? Like I was wondering that. It's like, because so you can't just, I mean, you could like get all, you know how they say if you put all the women in one house, their cycles will sync up.
Yeah.
So maybe they should take like all the people they're going to race for the month before, to try to sync them up so that they could schedule it around that. But I mean, obviously that would just be too much.
I know there's some will completely miss it. Like they'll take like prescriptions to like completely cancel out their cycle, and then like some girls just don't even know how to like deal with that. So it's cool that like the conversation is open now. I actually met like a Chinese like Western. He's like studies in Western med, but he's like Chinese doctor, and I just met him like last year, and he's like changed my life for all that stuff. I'm like he's just like good supplements and like stuff just to make like obviously like your female parts are muscles as well too, and like when you're like competing, like your muscles groups not just there, like internally. Everywhere, right? Yeah, internally. So it's like it not just helps with your cycle, it helps with like recovery and like everything. So yeah, it's been really interesting to talk to like him about like natural ways to that your body like heal from your gut type thing and then feel like better. Yeah, but yeah, it definitely sucks when you're like cycle out and like you can like map it out on your calendar, and you're like, oh man, like this race is gonna be like it's gonna hit right before it type thing.
Because it does impact energy
for sure. At least like the adrenaline's pumping, but you're pretty exhausted too. And like you just hope that you have that under control and hydrate and
And you said your boyfriend races too?
Yep. He races. We actually met riding. So so we've been together for like 13 years now. So we've done a lot of like riding and motoing together. So
oh my god, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to do it together. It definitely like has made me better, and like it's fun to be able to like go out and do those things that you like enjoy, because it's quite an individual sport. At the end of the day, like you're on your own bike, you're in your own helmet, like so you get to drive together to the track and like work together off of it. But like when you're on your bike, it's like it's your own time. So I almost say like you can be almost like a little bit like antisocial, or like you can have your own personality, and then you can just like be your own self while you're on your bike. So
yeah, I don't even know. Do men and women race together in this sport?
So they do. Yeah. There's like two different, so there's like motocross, and then underneath it, there's like categories of like racing. In the national series, like usually it's broken down to like bike size and then skill level. Okay. So there is open classes, like open, it would go like beginner, junior, intermediate, pro. Okay. And those are all like open classes, so men and women can compete. And then there's like ladies only classes where it's just females lining up, which is amazing because we're getting like more females into the sport. It's definitely one of those things that it has been like a lot more males riding, but like I've been doing it for over like 25 years. So like I've seen kind of like the ebbs and flows of like females coming in, but like right now we have so many ladies and girls that ride. So it's like,
and so you do ride with guys though, which is like
totally
in so many other sports, right? This is a women's field, this is a man's field.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah. So I still race men's class. Once you're like over 30, it's called like vet class. So you can race like over 30.
How old are you?
33. 33, yeah, I just turned 33.
That's a sweet age.
Yeah, it's a great age.
It's the synchronicity of those numbers together are really powerful. 3 is a really powerful number.
Really, hey?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, they say 9 is the number for God because it's a complete number. So 3, 6, 9, right?
Okay.
It's like that. So
I've heard somebody that like had talked about 3s and they come into their lives like all the time.
Yeah, they're builder numbers.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So it should be a fun year then.
Yeah, it should be a fun year, a really fucked year.
Yeah, we'll see, right? We'll regroup in a year and see what it is.
We'll come back.
Call me back January, right? But yeah, no, like I do race men. It's super fun. Like I've kind of grown up as there was like a few ladies that race and like I was able to look up to them, but like all the men have always been like super encouraging and like even still like it's great to be able to have like female classes and men classes because at the end of the day when you put your helmet on, like as long as you're with somebody that like you have a good competition with, then it's like it's a great time no matter what.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you been doing it?
Since I was probably like 8 or 9 years old, like over 20 years for sure. And we've been coming here for like that long, which is wild.
How did you get into it?
So my brother and I played hockey.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know how hockey parents do it. Like my mom and dad were just like traveling all the time, like separate ways, whatever. And it was actually my mom, because my dad used to ride back in Saskatchewan.
Oh.
And she was like, she wanted to get into a family sport where we could all go do something. Like, cause she's like, we're not like spending time together or whatever. So we ended up, actually there's like a dealership just down the hill here. So we ended up going to get like, all of us got dirt bikes and it was just like something that we're gonna go camping and like have fun.
Yeah.
So we started going to McLean Creek, which is like Kananaskis area.
Mm-hmm.
And then we didn't even know this really existed until like the next year after. And we just started coming here after school and like riding and.
That is amazing that your parents did that.
Yeah,
that your mom put that together.
Yeah, crazy. And then they both ended up getting bikes, so then they rode as well too. So it was like a super cool thing that you can do as a family and like you can show up to a track or like camping and you can be like any skill and you can still like have the same fun time.
Yeah. So are you professional? Do you consider yourself professional?
Yeah, it's like kind of like a weird thing on our end because our women's series is called like a national series.
Okay.
It doesn't have like the pro label, but like where if you go to like the off-road women's series, like they'll like straight up label it pro. So yeah, I've had like national number 3, 4. Right now I'm national number 10 for the West. So like we still get like those women's titles. So yeah, I would say for the female category would be like a professional type status. And then in the men's, it would be like probably like junior intermediate level. So kind of can be able to compete in both.
Okay. Do you get sponsored?
Yeah. So especially through like Moto is like a really cool community because everything like is like the dealerships are like their heart. So it's really cool. It's kind of like a bit old school where you need to go into the dealership, you need to have like a good foundation with them. Yeah. And I've worked in the industry for like a super long time. So I started working in a dealership and then went to like brand level. So right now I actually work for like a motorsport brand, Troy Lee Design. So they do gear. So I like rep for that gear. And then I right now like sponsored by like Husqvarna Motorsports. Like they give me like quite a bit of support, especially I do like surf and berms, which is a ladies and girls ride.
That's on the side of your vehicle.
Yeah, that's the berm bus. So yeah, that's kind of, I would say I would be more supported as far as like my community builders go than like my like racing. My racing's more just to like have fun and like have bragging rights for the year, where like the heart of like what I really enjoy doing is like we do these ladies rides here, and like it just started from like surf and berms. It actually just started from me and my friend. We can go like way back. So the women's national series was always put on by like other females.
Okay.
So it was like us ladies that would have to do like bottle drives, money in order to have like funds to put on the series and then give like payout to the ladies racers.
Okay.
So when I was like racing the series, it was two professional women that were doing that, and they were putting all this time and effort into that. So then when I kind of got to that level and like realized what they were doing, it was like, okay, like how can we support, but like maybe not in like a bottle drive type situation. And we worked at a dealership out by Oaks. So we put on like one day it was like a lesson where you paid like $100, you got a day lesson by like a bunch of pros, and then all that money went back to the women's series. So we did that, and then we were like, okay, like what could we do different? And my friend had a dirt bike, and she would never come to the track. And I was like, dude, you gotta come, like it's so much fun. Like, is there other like ladies like this? So we ended up hosting a private ride day at her house, because she had like a dirt bike track there, and it was just for ladies and girls. And then we were gonna put all that money towards the national series that year.
Okay.
And it ended up like all these girls showed up, and it was just like, so there's all these women that I didn't even know rode, but they need that like safe community spot to show up in. So then we ended up we just showed up to the track one day, and there's like 3 big tracks here. So we just took whatever track was closed and said like, hey, we're gonna do a ladies and girls meetup. Like, come on out, we'll just be there to like help you. And that's where like the Surf and Berms name came from.
Okay.
And then the first day we had like 20 girls show up, and I was like, if like 3 showed up, I was gonna be stoked. Like, I was just like, oh my God, there's this many girls that ride. So we kept doing these rides, and so I call it like, it's like a collective, the Surf and Berms thing. It's just like, we got like Berms crew that show up, which is like volunteer ladies that are like confident to like show up to an area. And then we like host these days that are like, we don't charge for like our time to be there. It's just like gate fee if you want to ride, but it's like free for spectating. And just to encourage like ladies, guys, it's just ladies and girls riding, but anyone can come spectate, anyone can come like see it. We have like a gear swap set up now, so it's like built up to the point where it's like almost its own little event. And like usually in the fall when we get like 80 to 90 girls on bikes, so it's like, it's crazy. Like my heart just explodes every time those rides happen. So it's kind of, it's evolved from like trying to put money back to like our women's series to now just like trying to build and like foster that community.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and it just like happened. Like, it wasn't like something like, yeah, this is like what we're doing. It just like organically happened, and yeah, it's been like a really
And now
cool.
it's built. Like, how many women do you have?
So yeah, like we have one coming up in September, and usually this one's like our busiest. So it's wild. Like, we usually get like 80 girls out.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like all ages. Like my mom's like over 60 to like little girls on like tiny push bikes that will show up. Like, it's pretty cool. And it's a vibe. Like seeing like the littles hanging out and like thinking it's like such a normal, like that this is like normal for them to grow up in. All of us like veteran, like older ladies are like, oh, this is so cool. Like, you girls don't understand how rad this is.
Yeah, because it wasn't something that was in existence before.
Totally, yeah. And like we're like very like positive and like there to like support each other, and like we don't like, we want that for like the next gen coming up. Like, we want like, you can be fierce on the track, but like a homie like off the track. So we're like trying to really like enforce like, these are like your friends. Like, I don't even know anyone still from high school or junior high. Like, you stay connected on social, but it's like, these are the people that you're gonna end up like hanging out with and like seeing all the time.
Well, and it's such a good camaraderie. Like, it's like any sport. I think that people that do that, I don't know, they seem so much healthier and happier because you do have that group connection. For sure, yeah, you want that community. And like, I've really noticed that like going to different areas or like going to different ride days, that like the people that are showing up there is, they maybe are just getting back into a sport or like just back into somewhere, but they're like looking for that community that where they should belong. And it's like, maybe it's not, maybe you come and try it and it's not for you, but like there will be a spot for you somewhere. So it's like, at least to be welcoming to whoever needs that in their like path, like just then, right? Yeah. What's it? Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna say, and for like those like girls that are still in school to like know that there's people outside of school, because like I know that can be like super hard as well too. Like it's like, we're here for you, like whatever you need. Like, it's sometimes you feel so closed off when you're in like that age group that you're like, this is the whole world. Like, I don't know who else to talk to. Totally. Yeah. So what does a normal day look like for you? Like, do you eat really healthy? Do you for like race day or just regular day? Just regular and race day. Yeah. Is there differences? I guess like my nutrition never was like the best thing. Like, especially like starting off, like growing up, like taking racing seriously, like when I'm like 19, you like think you know everything. Right. Just eating churros and M&Ms. Oh yeah, like the shit that I would like eat and like think that's a proper race day. I'm like, oh my God, I've gotten heat stroke so many times. Oh, like, okay, so it really does matter. Totally, yeah. It's a super like
like endurance sport.
Like you have to have salt or
Yeah, like
electrolytes?
totally. Yeah, you got to be like very hydrated and like proper like food to be able to like fuel for your day. And like you wear like quite a bit of gear, so you're in like heavy boots and heavy helmet and like jerseys and pants and like so you're in like a lot of stuff. But it's cool because like the gear has technology in it to like cool you down and like protect you. But yeah, I would say especially like maybe the past year, just like figuring out like my body a little bit more, which is crazy because I'm like 33 and like you realize that just like eating croissants all the time and like pastries isn't, yeah, right? Yeah. It's probably not like the best like fuel for you. I'm like sleeping by like 2 o'clock. So yeah, like lots of fruit and veg. Like on a race day, I usually try and have something like super simple that's like not gonna like gag me, if that makes sense. So it's like a smoothie, like a really basic like a breakfast.
Upset your stomach or something.
Totally. Or like even you're just like you're running on so much like adrenaline that day, waking up, that you're like have so much butterflies that if you like smell the weirdest thing, you're just like oh, like you just don't want to like have that like sick feeling.
Yes.
Yeah, so just like plain like stuff that I usually say like on race day, don't like overcomplicate it, like eat as much as like you can without feeling sick, but like it's probably going to be stuff that you've been eating like the few months ahead of it. So it's kind of like you got to like set yourself up for success.
Are you
like,
a good sleeper?
I do like sleeping, yeah.
See, and again, I feel like honestly that comes from having this team building thing too, because you are being more nurtured. Yeah,
that's
true. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why, but a lot of athletes I talk to sleep well.
Really, hey?
Yeah.
Have you ever talked to like athletes that would have like quite an adrenaline sport that like say they have like nightmares or anything? Like, have you ever?
I've never asked. Do you get nightmares?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and this was like one of the things that I like learned from, it was like Dr. Cam that I didn't even think they would be like correlated, but he was saying like, since you've grown up doing sport, since you were like super young, he's like your cortisol levels would like spike differently. So he said, because it just randomly came up, like I was like, oh yeah, like I like sleep really good, but all of a sudden I'll like wake up in the middle of the night like like crazy nightmare or something. And he's like, oh, that's like your cortisol level spiking. And he's like, and it's probably because you have like a low blood pressure situation too, that your body's like, hey, like wake up.
Yeah, and prepping for the anticipation
for
of it,
sure.
right?
Yeah, so he's like, you have to learn how to like deal with those like cortisol spikes. And yeah, so far I've been like dealing with those and able to get like super deep sleeps. But usually it's like if I have a race day or like go have like a big practice day, like that cortisol is gone. Like I'm sleeping all night.
Right.
Yeah.
That's still so good though. I mean, if you can sleep
totally, right?
like that, you're in that REM stage too. Yeah. It's so healing for your body. Because I mean, you look like you're 16.
Oh, that's so nice. That's so good. Perfect. We're good then.
And I love your mom because I've gotten to know you through yoga over the years.
Yeah.
Which is so freaking cool.
So sick. Yeah.
And then you brought your mom to yoga the other day, and I love her so much.
Yeah, yoga's literally like changed my life. And like, thank you for like everything you've done. Like for real. Like once you find somebody that's like a great teacher and you're like excited to go to those classes, and like here you're so like when you're riding you're just like very tight. It's like horse riding almost. You're like
you're
and like
locked in your legs.
Yeah, you're like so locked. So when you get to go to like hot yoga and like yoga, just to be able to like be in a different space and like different like timing, like it's you have to slow
I guess you'd
things
have
out.
to stretch out lots because you do tighten up like that. I wasn't even thinking that.
For sure. Oh yeah, to stretch out and like
every part of your body's tense.
Yeah, very. And like especially I always say it's like good to know how to crash as well too, because like we do fall, we do have like tip overs, or like you'll like catch your leg and like pull it a weird way where it's like if you're super stiff and like you haven't been stretching, like that's for sure gonna pull something in you, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think you're gonna do this forever?
I would hope I can ride a bike for as long as possible. I just love it so much, and like the people that come along with it. Yeah, but whether it's like in whatever capacity, like this is motocross, there's like off-road, which like you can go like single track trail riding, and like we've been doing a lot more like mountain biking, and kind of like that two-wheel theme is definitely in my life quite a bit. I just have so much fun with it.
Have you injured yourself?
Yes. I was gonna say that's actually how I found yoga. So I have a few injuries. I've separated both my shoulders. I probably have done more, but my worst one was I broke both my legs, like literally just right over there.
At the same time?
Yeah. And it was stupid. Like on my end, it was just like I overshot a jump and like shattered both my ankles.
Danica,
I know, right?
what did like you scream? Was it like instant pain or did you go into shock?
Shock. So I literally like I jumped this like there's like this checkerboard, if you can see that.
Yeah, I see the
finish.
checkerboard.
Yeah, I've done that jump a million times. Just one day, just like not thinking, just like overshot it like super far, and your like bike suspension takes everything else. And then what happened was I landed it and like strong enough to like not crash. So my like talus bone jackhammered like my tib fib. So this one like blew apart in 100 pieces, and this one blew apart in 50.
Oh my God.
And I rode off. Like I just rode back to the truck being like, oh no, this isn't good. And my dad was just watching with his buddy, and I went to get off my bike and I just screamed for him. Like I was like, and he thought I was laughing, and then all of a sudden like Tim noticed and he like ran, grabbed me. So yeah, I was like pretty fresh out of high school, like 19, out of like a relationship you thought was like the world. Like you don't know what you're doing, like if you should go to post-secondary. Like it was just kind of like right at that time of my life, and like the most humbling experience. Like I wouldn't change it for anything. Like not that I was like a shitbag kid, but like it just like really put like things into perspective. And like I was only in a wheelchair for like a month, but like even
So long.
even that, like I was like, you realize like how everything's not wheelchair accessible, and like how like thankful you are to walk. And I was like one of those ones that are like, oh, like I don't want to go for a run. Now I'm like, oh my God, like I wish I could go for a run, right? So yeah, so that would be like my worst one. But that's how I found yoga, is like after that it was just like so much scar tissue and like learning to walk again a bit. And then yeah, I started going to breathe, and it helped. Like it literally has made me be able to like walk normal.
How
and,
long before it was totally
I would
healed?
say I shuffled for like quite a long time. Like it would be like, because they like when they put them together, it was like 3 plates in this one and like 2 plates in the other, and like
so you have plates in there now?
they're out now. So they ended
you
up
can
taking
get them out.
Yeah, they said that I wasn't ever gonna get them out, and
Like,
after
wait,
like
how long after you had the
3 years that they took them out.
Wow,
yeah.
that's amazing. They took them out. You
So
don't want to
good.
have the metal in there.
Yeah, so good. So like even like still I have like now just like a bone floater in there. I gotta go like get my ankle scoped in December, but like they feel normal. They're just like
Oh my
pain
God.
and aching sometimes, and like
Yeah.
but as far as like it's just like one of those things with like injuries, it's like makes you feel human. You're like,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
like
and to make you more aware when you're out there too.
100%. Yeah, it's like
That your
especially-
body is breakable.
yeah, like it's like the most humbling experience, being like you're not invincible. Like you can't do everything that you want to do.
The
like
bike's not gonna save you.
100%, yeah. And I always like, after I got hurt, it was like that like fear, like you're like, you have that fear of like getting hurt again. I was like, oh, I'm gonna overcome this fear. I'm gonna overcome this fear. And then I read this like awesome quote, like it was probably like 2 or 3 years after I did it, because like I still had like fear of the jump, fear of like doing it again. And it was like, I think it was a book called The Art of War. It was just like a little excerpt in it, and it said, it was like talking about a comedian, and it was like, the amateur believes fear will be overcome, the professional knows fear will always be there. And I was just like, oh. Like I read that and I was just like, you need fear in order to like be human. So yeah, so that really like changed my mentality. It's like, yeah, you can be scared, you can be like fearful of something, but like if you take the right steps to like know, or like mentally know like I can do this, then like you can. But like shit just sometimes happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
What is your
crazy.
like best moment in sports? Do you have one? Like, did you win a race that was like, or
That's a
something?
good question. I guess like for like finishing wise, like my best finish would have been like I got 3rd at a national, and it was like the super like mud race, and it was just like the track was absolutely racked, and it was always like a joke in my family that like I would always just go out and like get like super muddy and like have so much fun in the rain and stuff. So like I love when there's like a rain race. So it was
Yeah.
like one of those. We were in Prince George, and I just remember my dad would always be like, you like when it gets really muddy and your like goggles fill up, you like can't really see. And my dad would always be, as a kid, he's like, you do not ever pull off your goggles, like don't ever pull your goggles. And I was like 2 laps to go, and I knew I was in like a good position, And I remember grabbing my goggles being like, he'll be happy by how I finish. So I remember throwing my goggles, and then like after that, like how stoked like my dad and Charlie, like my family was for like that. It was like a podium finish. So
Oh my God.
yeah, it was super rad. But yeah, I think just like now, like current state would be like showing up to like the ladies' rides and just seeing like the next gen, like below me, there's like almost like 2 generations, and they're like helping each other out and like stoking each other out, and I'm like, that's so rad. Like that is super cool.
How do people register for that? Like, how do you do it?
So we do like a lot of word of mouth. I do have like a website where you can go on and like RSVP for the nights and like see when the dates are, and we just do like RSVPs just so you can get like entered in for like giveaways, and like whether you're riding or not riding. You can,
so it's good that you don't have to register. You can just go to the website, see the
100%.
dates,
Yep, and just
the
show up.
location.
Yep.
What's the website?
Surfandberms.com or .ca.
How do you spell
Surfin?
berms?
So Surfin's SURFIN, and then berms is BERMS.
Okay.
And that meaning is like a berm is like those like bank corners out on like a dirt bike track. So it's like a bermed corner. And like when you like hit a corner like really good on like a dirt bike or a mountain bike, it's almost like you feel like you're like surfing it. Right. So it's just like a play on words that we like thought it like kind of sounded like a bit feminine, but like not like where you could just like kind of have that name, and it's not like so much saying like, oh, girls on bikes. Like it kind of has its own like little like badass appeal to it. Yeah, and
there's such a centering. Like when you do play sports as a woman,
yeah,
it's not, I've never looked at it like, oh, they're more in their masculine. I've always thought, wow, these women are really centered.
Oh, I like that.
In their masculinity and femininity.
Yeah.
Like to be that
nice.
strong,
yeah,
you have to have equilibrium. You have to have both sides coming together.
Like goosebumps.
Yeah, and people don't realize that. They're
centered.
like, oh, tomboy. Well, yeah, you can have that kind of tomboy look to you, but in athletics, it just to me means you're really centered. It's the same thing with men.
That's cool.
When they're really rooted in their femininity, even though they're not acting like,
totally
women.
Yeah.
But the two have to come together.
Yeah.
To have strength.
That's cool.
I think people confuse masculinity and femininity. They don't understand because they're always separating them.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah, separating them and like really making them like the like very top of what it is. Like when you hear feminine, like you like what you first picture, right? Masculinity. So yeah.
Or if you say a guy's
cool.
feminine, you're like, oh, he's gay automatically.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah. And you're like, no, it's just like I like that. Like,
but
you can
it's funny because when men and women are off kilter, like off center, right? They are teeter-tottering too far to one side.
Yeah.
And so I think
that's a really good way to put it.
It really is, you know. And coming together and having things like we were already talking about, like that group dynamic, and really feeling fulfilled in your life is what makes you centered. You know, it does
that's
bring it
super
together.
Cool.
Yeah.
Especially on like growing up, like I never wanted to like look like the girl, and like it was like kind of that like stereotype, like you're like, oh, I just want to look like one of the dudes. But like now that like I've gotten older, it's like, oh no, I just wanted to be like a rider. Like I just didn't want to be like different than anyone else. But that like makes sense because it's like you're just centered, like you just found your own space. Like it's not whether you want to be like look like a girl or look like a dude. It's just you just want to be your own person. So yeah, that's what we're like. I'm super stoked on now because it's like there's room for every character. Like it's like you can show up however you want in any gear, wherever that is in life, right? Like it's like to know that like you can be like your true self wherever. Like if you want to show up to a berms ride and you have like makeup and nails done, or you'd want to be like have mixed match gear, or like you whatever it is, like it's like that's super rad. Like you like do whatever you want, right? So yeah, it makes me stoked.
I love it.
We'll have to get you out for one of them.
I was actually going to look back there, and I was thinking that. Like, I don't think I
You're
would
like,
do
what
that.
is this?
Like I would slide down on my butt.
You would surprise yourself. No, even just to come watch. Like we have races that happen here as well too.
Yeah.
Right now we're dealing with it's crazy. Like this has been here forever, but the city has like announced that they're going to take the land and turn it into a bus barn.
What's a bus barn?
I know, right? Isn't that like, you're like, look at this view. It's literally for like, they're going to flatten it and then put like electric bus, like giant. So we're like, they're good. Like technically the track's going to go away in a year. So right now, like the track, like this facility is like a not-for-profit. So it's super cool. Like it's like a club that puts on the sport. Like it's a bunch of volunteer hours. Like, yeah, there's like paid staff, but like there's so much work that goes into the back end of this. And this is like the only, like, look at this view. This is the only track like this in the
downtown's right here.
Yeah, it's the only track like this in the world. So like right now we're working on like relocating or like outside of city limits or trying to find somewhere within like the city that they can like help us relocate. But yeah, so we're kind of like 12 months to figure out like a relocation because there's the motocross, BMX, RC, like enduro, like this whole place just needs to like find a new home still soon. And it's been here since like the 60s technically. Like people have rode here for like forever.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's so sad. I know, like driving in here today was like almost like an emotional feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was like, I never thought in like my lifetime.
This could be the last summer.
Yeah. Well, we'll have next year, but like it could be like any time frame. So right now it's like, as far as we know, because like I help with like the Save the Park committee, is like Q1 2027 is like technically when they would like need us out by. So hopefully we get a whole nother summer next year. Fingers crossed that like maybe a bit longer, but like, yeah, we're just like trying to figure out.
Where do you ride in the winter?
So it's super cool. You can ride here in the winter. You can like stud up your tires with like these little spikes.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's just cold.
Wow. Do you do it?
Yeah, we do it. I mostly did more like studded mountain biking this winter because it's like a little bit like a slower speed, so it's not as much wind chill. But yeah, like it's crazy because it's almost like more traction because it's like these little spikes in ice. So a lot of like road racers you'll see like cross over to that in the winter because it's almost like you're like glued to the track a bit.
Wow.
So it's just like a good like changing up like your discipline. Like if you're riding track to like go try something else like a little bit different to like build up that like different bit of skill. But yeah, you can ride in the winter as well.
You just have to have the right gear.
Yeah.
Like electric gloves or whatever.
Totally, yeah. Like heated wear, good like merinos, a place to go warm up, hot chocolate, all this stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully, yeah, we'll be here in the winter as well too. Fall is like the best time to go riding because it's like a bit overcast and like here they prep 2 tracks every day. So they have like full machinery that goes out that like waters, tills. So you get like different terrain. So it's like ruts up or like the berms get built up. So it's a very like manicured facility. It's very like, we're spoiled for sure.
Oh my God.
But it like makes really good riders. Like there's riders that come out of here that have like raced around the world for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
amazing.
it's pretty cool.
And so, I was calling you Danica for the longest time.
I get
But
it
that's
so
how
much.
it's spelled.
It is spelled like that, yeah. So it's pronounced Danica. It's Croatian. My parents are from Saskatchewan. They're getting all fancy with it, yeah. But Danica is more like, I get it so much because like Danica Patrick the racer, and like there has been a lot more Danicas lately.
Yeah,
so.
but I like Danica.
Yeah, so
now,
I get Neeks quite a bit.
Yeah, now
like,
I've known you for years and been never called you by your right name.
People get so mad, but I would never correct anyone because anyone that corrects me their name, then every time I go to say their name again, I'm like, hey, buddy.
Well, that'd be like you always calling me Jan. You're like, sure.
You're like, oh, yeah, I know. So then I get Neeks, and then everyone just drops the Danica or Danica. They just say Neeks.
Do you know what's really funny that I've noticed lately, like since I've been divorced, is the men in my life, like even my guy friends, they all come up with nicknames for me.
Oh, now they're just like, it's a nickname
so cute. Like my friend Rob calls me Niffer, so Jennifer. He just like took the Jen off.
I always love trying to get like a nickname instead of like the first name because it seems like it's so like serious saying like the full first name, right?
It's so endearing though. I love nicknames.
Yeah, right?
It's,
and then you're like, oh.
It is.
That's
yeah.
so nice, Nipper. I'll have to think of one for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so we wrap it up?
Yeah, that was great.
This was wicked.